all that shit, all those YouTube channels and this one shit are all like training for your life. Like if you want to be in the music game and if you were to just watch every fucking interview I ever did, you would pick up on so much shit you need to know.
Man, I watch interview after performance, just picking up shit and like learning from what other people do.
That's dope. Like you're actually taking advantage of the
yeah,
power of the
definitely.
internet. Yeah.
100%.
That's cool to hear. What was it that stood out to you about X when you first saw him?
Just like how he didn't care about like his image. Like he just did what he like wanted to do. And people say they live that lifestyle like, oh, I do what I want to do and like I'm my own boss. But to a certain extent they're lying because like there is point in times where you have to like stop and hold yourself back because you don't want to jeopardize something else. He didn't care. Like he was doing whatever he thought was right in that moment.
Right.
And it was just like so like refreshing, I guess, because everybody else is so like fabricated and stuff.
Right. Like all the normal things that rappers do to make money and shit, like he just didn't give a fuck. I remember right before he died, like the last time I talked to him, he told me like, bro, I'm going to Russia. I'm about to do a show for 500,000. And I remember thinking like, oh shit, he's actually doing something for money for once. Because he never mentioned like, I'm doing this and I'm going to make this amount of money. Like he never said anything like that.
I could get into so much as to why he's like my number one. But like, R.I.P. him, Ski Mask. It was such an honor meeting him and like, for him to like tell me about his experiences with him was crazy.
When did you meet him?
I met him at Summer Smash.
Oh, nice. And what was that like? Like
it was crazy.
How much did you fan out?
Oh yeah, it was me and my friend Santana, and we met him, and it was just like crazy because I'm pretty sure like he knew like one of our songs, like the song that like really blew us up.
Yeah, he's tapped in.
Yeah, and it was just like what the fuck because like him and X were like gods yeah. Like so to meet him and for him to like semi even acknowledge the fact that like we're rappers was like it was like crazy because it's like that's like one of my idols,
right?
And after that day he gave me his number, we exchanged numbers, and he had hit me and he basically just like told us at Summer Smash he was basically telling us about how like he's happy that there's two young people that are like trying to put on the same like message as him and X, and to hear that from him was like crazy.
Well, when you think about what they were doing and you think about what you're doing, like, do you see the direct similarity? Because style-wise, you guys are quite different. But
and especially because he like pointed it out, it was just like, yeah, I can see it. But like, of course, it's gonna be hard to live up to like such a high legacy like X is, but I'm happy that it's being like acknowledged, I guess.
I mean, when you think about what makes them unique in a lot of ways, one of the main things that stands out to me is that X was someone who, while he was huge, was not scared to go be off the internet.
That's what I'm saying.
He's gone for a couple months. You would not see shit. And Ski Mask is even worse with that shit because he did put out an album, I think, last year. But I mean, you just don't see him for like a fucking year, you know? He doesn't seem concerned with being a traditional rapper who always wants their face out there.
The shit that Ski Mask is working on is crazy.
You heard unreleased stuff?
I've been hearing like little snippets here and there, but like when he still got it. Like don't think he don't. He still got it.
Definitely. Sure. I feel like he's never really gave the people what they wanted in a way. Like he'll give them some dope songs and stuff, but he's never hit them over the head with like a 20-song project. He never really let the people get sick of him.
Word, yeah.
They've always just been wanting more.
I mean, I'll never get sick of bro. He's gonna always be in my top 5, both of them.
For sure.
Forever.
So you started making music around that time, or?
Yeah, it was around like 6th, 7th grade. I like started to try to record on like GarageBand and shit on my phone. And then I've been doing that for like a year, and then I finally got like it wasn't a lot. It was like 100 like genuine people that would like tune into my music, and from there, I had met the Sofego. Yeah. And so he had like a group at the time, and they had all like told me you should try getting FL, like you should try and get a laptop or a computer.
And you met him online?
Yeah, through Instagram.
Okay.
And then I had originally asked my mom for a computer, and she was like, "No, you're gonna get like a virus."
what a way to shoot your
I don't know what she was
down.
like trying to get at. I don't know.
Did she not know that much about computers?
No.
So
she
that
doesn't-
probably, yeah.
Yeah, but
Honestly, my mom would say shit like that all the time. When I was a kid, you were just getting viruses.
bro,
left and
yeah,
right,
like it was just like boom, no, like.
Yeah.
But after like a couple months of trying to like convince her to give me a computer, she just basically like let me have her computer that she had already, and I was just like, all right, it's a computer, fuck it.
Right.
So I had got like FL, and I just started like trying shit. Like my friends sent me like a couple of things to like get me started, but really all it was just like me trying shit out and wanting to do it, like looking up YouTube videos, finding out how to do certain stuff that I wanted to learn how to do.
Right.
And then yeah, I still record myself now, and I'm a junior right now, so that'll like 5 years.
Were you just literally coming home from school every day and just going to work?
Yeah,
Like every moment that you had?
It was literally like every like free time I had. I never really did like homework and shit, so I would just come home and like after basketball or soccer practice, just come home and start like trying shit.
Right. And you were just figuring it out. Were you watching like tutorials and shit on YouTube trying to figure out the right way to do shit?
I mean, I would find out how to do it to a certain point, and then I would just say, fuck it, I don't feel like listening to this guy's directions, and figure it out myself.
Right.
Yeah. That's basically how like a lot of the stuff went.
So you're just making like a shitload of songs and just like each one just keeps getting better little by little?
At first it was a lot. Like I feel like I used to record a lot more back then than now because I take a lot more time with everything, but back then it was just like learning stuff and then going with it.
Right. Like you can kind of take it for granted that your very early shit is gonna not be that good, so you're just trying to get past that stage.
Yeah,
of it not
I
being
already
that good.
knew. Like people would tell me my shit was ass, and I was just like, oh well, I'm gonna try and get better.
Right.
Like it never really affected me to the point that like I wanted to stop or something.
From the beginning though, did you very much want to go in like a somewhat experimental direction, in the sense I feel like you were always kind of pushing at the edges of possibilities?
I mean, I started listening to Uzi, so off rip, that's like experimental. So like from me really only knowing people like Lil Wayne and Uzi, who are both like big innovators in like rap music, that kind of gave me like a head start because I already like knew how to like mess around with like different like flows and melodies and stuff like that. So from like an early point in my career, I was always good at like coming up with new shit.
Right. Okay, guys, we want to thank you so much for getting us to 100,000 subscribers right here on the Clips channel. If you want to support, please click that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 200K. Thank you so much.